Did you know we're almost done with Shadowverse? 7 whole mods, 7 completely different characters, and all that's left is Blood and Sword. Those are the only 2 left. Yeah. Today is not for Swords. Swords I'm gonna leave until the last. Today is going to be all about Blood. The idea I expect Bloodcraft to have going on is spend blood to make blood. It says it cares about both opponents and your health. I also figure that being in Vengeance under 7 HP, or under half HP, is going to matter. Look at this dragon in the background. Having a wonderful time. But yeah, so that's today. Alright, we're gonna do Blood. Let's see how Blood works. I mean, it's not quite Burning Blood, but it is Burning Blood. Burning Blood is 6 a fight. This is 4 or 7. So, let's take a look at our starting deck. 11 cards. 5 strikes, 4 defends. They are basic strike and basic defend. Razor Claw. Lose 2 HP for an upgraded strike. That's kind of bad. And Dark General, deal 10 damage, double if Vengeance is active. Sure. Okay. This... I hope our payoffs are better than this. If I remember right, this card exists in... there's a couple cards like this in Ironclad. Ironclad has a small package of cards that cost health. But they're like... I think it's lose 2 HP, deal like 13 damage. Like, the amount you get from that is way, way higher. Or like 0 cost, if I remember things right. So, hopefully we find a little more. But knowing this mod, like, this mod has been so far very, very high power in the cards. So, I got a little bouncy. Obtain a curse, 250 gold. I can just get rid of it right off the bat and then take 2 and 3 up here. That's actually pretty fine. Yeah. Yeah, let's take that curse and then we... Oh, cool. It's not a really high impact one either. High impact early is like weak or things like that. So we have Frail. Means I'd play double defend to full block. Dark General is awful. This is so bad. We want to block. We're gonna take 5 damage total, gain 1. All but 1 back, and then... Frail won't matter because we're killing below next turn. We probably need to get max HP is what we need a lot in this. So that our Vengeance is at a high level. Wide essence of Steel. Alright, so what do our cards look like? Gain 12 block, lose 2 HP if Vengeance is not active. That was Wrath. Wrath is activated if you have taken damage at least 7 times in a combat? What? Huh. Wrath is not active, lose 1 HP. If Wrath is active, heal 3. feels like every card is going to be dealing damage to us. This is just a slightly better defend. It makes me lose life. Wow, I'm not really sold by that. This is okay. Draw 3 for 1 is pretty good. 12 block for... It's not 7 plus cards. It's 7 plus HP losses. So, like... But it's not, though. You know? Because right now it's 1. 1 in 12. Like, this does nothing with it. So, like, if I pick this, to be active, I have to go through the deck 3+ times and lose a ton of HP. Maybe that's okay. Maybe that's what Wrath is supposed to do. And then we just get rid of all these basic cards. I do not like picking basic defend here. Chomp. Because I don't want to play that to lose life. And the Dark General is just so bad. Okay. Again, we'll have to see what actual cards look like. God, that's a lot of damage incoming. Should be able to kill it next turn. I've got to use Razor Claw for it. Azazel the Depraved, deal 6 damage. If Vengeance is activated, triple damage. If HP is above 50% or max, your HP becomes half. You cannot have more than half your HP in this combat. You can activate damage equal to your max HP 30% for the rest of it once most combat. Blood, Troth, Epitaph, Vengeance, Wrath, and Avarice are active for you to lose this effect. Deal 0 damage to add 2 forest bats to your hand. Already forest bat played, this deals 5 extra damage. That's fun. I kind of like that. That sounds like fun. I'll take the damage. We'll heal it off faster. Lose 1 HP and draw a card to start your turn. Alright. Add a force bat to your hand, lose 1 HP. Rather than otherwise, add a force bat to your hand and draw 1 card. Oh. Okay. Anyway, we need to remove the shame. And then... like Night Screech, that seems neat. In your draw pile. This is weird because of like what it is and isn't an attack, you know what I mean? Should like the Otherworld card. I think this just says add 2 bats and draw 2 cards, right? But I probably should buy like the Blood Vial. Or the Nunchucks. The Nunchucks actually seem like they might be a little bit more powerful right now. Ooh, that's 69. Okay, how? That's fine. I'll save the rest of the money. Yeah. Bats. I like the bats. I think they're neat. Okay, I want to take 1 more damage, right? Yeah, because that turns on my heal more. Okay. Oh, and another Night Horde. Hold on. Sorry, Demonic Ram seems really good for what we're trying to do, but Night Horde, all of a sudden, what if we're bats, you know? Wide Essence of Steel basically says this fight's ours. Let's go ahead and use it. Regen 3. Night Screech, make a bat. Bat. Attack with the bat. Bats, 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 bats. Is there a counter how many times you've taken damage? No. Okay, we're in Vengeance now. Oh, this does double damage now. Oh, for dazed? Yeah. Comedy bird. I'm completely invincible in the fight. I technically should just, like, be farming my health back, right? I don't like that, so I'm not gonna do it. But I should be. Because I have a card that doesn't exhaust that heals. So if I just, like, I can full heal. It's trivial to do at this point. So imagine I'm at 80 HP. Alright, cool. We've all imagined it. Yep, we have our 9 armor against our 9. We have some bats we're making. Singing bowl. Let's take that HP. More HP turns my bit on, which is nice. Night Screech. What am I doing here? I'm defending. And then I'm gonna go... Emperor Smith, thank you very much for the sub. I have to slay the Spire many times. It will live for as long as it needs to. Boy, howdy, there's a lot of damage incoming. So we kill you, we get to otherworldly there, we get to block. I don't like the thing that loses me life and then blocks. That's a bad card in our deck. The bats are good. That card's bad. Alright, we want to deal a lot of damage. Because they're going to be running away. So I need to draw offense to kill them. I need to draw 2 strikes. Alright, thank you. I get my money back. Thank you very much. Wide flex. When this card becomes discarded, Vengeance is active. If Vengeance is active, gain 1 strength for each. No, what? I'm sorry, what? Put a Dark General in your hand and make it cost 0. Whenever you lose HP from a card effect, gain a click. That's busted. This is interesting. I don't know how this works. Non-strike means it's not doing a lot for us, but the bats work. I'm gonna continue taking our HP. Yes, more HP, thank you. Yeah, we can take the mob bank. We don't have a shop up ahead. Alright, alright, upgrades. Night Horde to 7. Night Screech. No longer exhausts. Otherworld Execution gets better. Dark Vengeance goes to 13. Razor Claw goes to 12. Night Screech not exhausting is probably good. Kind of like this card to power up our other bats. But things do come in pairs. Hey, friend. Yep. That sure is one. Wrath, I think, can be real, but it's going to take, like, cards that make it more real for us. Alright, you ready for waking up? Alright. Cool. Basically want to be defending as much as possible. Want to get under Vengeance so that I heal better. Done. Don't waste my time. Okay. That seems abusable. Night Horde number 3, gain 9 block, heal H. Being on this card's played or exhausted. I'm sorry. Both of these are ridiculous. Dark Feast Bat, by the end of the game, just says infinite damage. And Floros heals us 5 every time this card is played on upgrade. Yeah, let's get Floros in here. Now, if I take the damage, do I get the energy on the next turn? Like, I wonder. Okay. Night Horde, targeting you, bat, strike. Play a defend. You're dead to 2 hits. Oh. The Night Horde is our growing threat, so we don't need another one of those in the deck. Whoa! Whoa, yes. Uh-huh. Dark Air Jammer, gain 10 block, play attack. This is one, I'm gonna play one more. Room Service Demon. Festive Accelerate. Oh, Festive is a trait. Okay. Oh, okay. This is because everybody in the maid outfit is a festive thing. Is that like the summer outfits for everyone? Is that festive? Anyway, discard a card, deal 6 damage for 0. Deal 10 damage with the 2 else cards in hand. Deal that again, gain 5 block. I'm gonna go ahead and take Creeping Madness. Alright. Some Night Screech. Bat. Claw. Night Horde. Bat. Now we have to play the what is an attack and what is a skill game, which is where we die against this boss all the time. So... Attack. Put up 1 block there. Don't like getting vulned. This is bad. There's 50 damage. Night Horde is a skill. $27. This is also a skill. If I can draw enough damage to kill you next turn, that'll be okay, but we might die. Yeah, this is 27 incoming. Alright. Oh, thank God. Okay. Okay, I don't have powers right now. Well, hello. What the fuck? So, like, we have to get rid of the strike defense for this to be any good, but... This is too funny, I'm picking this. I don't think I can have regret in the upcoming fight. Avarice is having drawn a 6th card on your turn. I'm gonna take the little one, and then we're gonna go ahead and... I probably want to take the sleep here. Let's be real. I think I have to because we're fighting against the boss with, like, reflect damage. Wow, all the energy in the world. I'm gonna take that damage and hope that it helps. $32, huh? I could barely break this. Anyway. It only checks at the moment I play it? Or does it... Am I gaining gold every turn? There's Wrath. I'm not getting gold every turn. However, you know... It might be a play restriction. I don't know how I can lose a fight where I'm gaining 8 plated armor a fight. If I gain 1 million gold at the end of this fight, I don't... And how that heals. And I've got 46 plated armor. Okay, it wasn't $1 million. 15 block. You add 1 Flood Behemoth. Everest is active. All enemies lose 2 strength and dex. Argavi the Berserker. 12 damage, gain 9 block, lose 1 HP, and heal 3 HP. If Wrath is active, upgrade your hand. If you have 2 or less, deal double damage to all enemies instead of 1. If you are attacked, heal 2 and deal 2 back. We have the mummy hand, so powers are higher. This is stupid too, though. Loses theory. Argavi or Turius? Alright, come on, Pandora's box. Shit. I'm gonna take the power because we have Mummy Hand. That's the main reason. 1, 2. Move this line. Okay, so the card didn't do anything because, like, it's an on-play restriction. That was my check there. We're gonna take like 1,000,000 damage now. Okay. Alright, so we draw the power next turn. Alright, so we get attacked here. And then, if we were under half health, we would gain 6 block. Anyway, nice attack, idiot. Okay, so that power is way powerful. Unique to Swordcraft. I disagree. I disagree. Also gain 3 thorns. Sure, I'll take blood-fed flowers. Yeah, I'll take the curse, thanks.
我が胸に燃ゆる怒りを力に変えて
Love to heal. Okay, the healing in this is a lot more interesting than the healing in, like, you know, our other healing class. Remember our healing class that just was, like, doing some nonsense? Alright, so I can't play you because, like, our deck contains duplicates right now. Now we're taking some damage here. Alright. Damn it. We're gonna kill it on thorns. This effect does not stack. Okay, alright. Okay. That's that. I'm gonna take the health. Let's move on. Finally take our key. Hello, friends. I feel like Haven Crime was a bad fit simulating this game because you can't do the thing in the Shadowverse. Banish all your enemies constantly without doing damage. Well, they really wanted it. Slow thorns damage. Alright, that's what I want to see. Screaming Madness. Give me a bat. Give me the block. Okay. Okay. Okay, we got Vulned. That still loses me. Well. How have I not hit Wrath? There it is. 2 defense.
我が胸に燃ゆる怒りを力に変えて
Oh. Well. Alright, I finally have to kill you. Or do I?
相手を測るが真のバクチ嘘以外口にしないとなこれが絶望だ
Okay. Here I am healing back up. The thorns damage will eventually kill. Anyway, I think I healed 10 or 12 HP I shouldn't have in that fight. Festive. Where was the autoplay coming from? Hedonistic dealer plays 2 attacks at end step. Yeah, I'll be festive. Alright, let's take the fight. Trio, we are taking the strength potion. Ow. Anyway, here's us taking 1,000,000 damage. So I want to full block things. That's how I get out of this. And the full block should help, because that'll give me more block on upcoming turns now. Our health just kind of flounders. It's weird, you know what I mean? Okay. Yeah, once we're set up, I feel good, but like, we play on the edge a lot, and that's not great. I'll play this one for the long game, because I want to be at a higher life total than 30 going out of it. I know I could have just killed there. But like, we gain HP as we see a couple of our cards in our deck, which makes this kind of shitty.
相手を測るが真の博打嘘以外口にしないと
He has to take this class.
これが絶望だ
Okay, fine. Okay. Mono Garnet Rebel. You gain 6 block. Nope, that's not happening. Nope, that's not happening. No, that's none of those are real. Oh boy. I don't like this. This could actually kill me.
嘘以外口にしないと思う
Okay. Shadowverse is like a car race. Finish line getting your opponent's health on 0. Every wins by putting a bunch of roadblocks on their car. Bloodcraft wins by putting your engine so fast it sets on fire. Okay. I'm actually scared we're losing this fight. You know. Eh.
我が胸に燃ゆる怒りを力に変えて
I think I go to 1 here.
これが絶望だこれが絶望だ
Sure.
パン確かに
That's not enough. We're dead here. Okay. Damn. Sometimes just infinite dudes hitting you for 12 is just gonna get you. Like, we have a better idea of what to do with this class. Let's see how run 2 goes. We need to find things like Floros or the Traitorous Duke a little earlier, because we have a ton of cards that lose us health and then very little that pays us off for it. So let's see how round 2 goes. So what are you?
ひれ伏すがよい
Take 20 more damage. Anyway, thank you very much for the sub. One, two, three. Bats didn't have enough enablers. We only had one other card. So we had 2 bat cards that cost 2, and the problem is they cost 2, so you can only use them once a turn. Like your heavy strike. And they did no defense on them. The common relic, those seem to be useful. Alright, I like straight up this line here. See if we can establish something. Yeah, you just put a sign in the deck, okay. Alright, so that gives us the weak. This card is so bad. Our starting deck is very poor. It's kind of like funky to have it be like that on this Razor, like, because yeah, I think we have to go more with the life manipulation stuff. You're right, because like 7 damage. Oh my god, that's so bad. All right, so. Sure. Worst case, it generate some bats for us. It can also be healing. Okay, take that damage. This one dies in 2 hits. 3 hits. Hey, what happened to the other half of the card? What does it not cycle? Like what? I'm really confused. I thought it had a... Okay, whenever you lose HP from a card effect, gain 5 block. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh god, I have to read Necrofauna. Oh god, I can't. He who once rocked? Hell yeah. Alright, let's see if that pays off in any way. I mean, there was a shop ad, I could have taken the curse, but... See, look at this. This is what I expect that card in our opening hand to do. Gain lifesteal. I don't know what that means. Oh, fuck. Deal 15 damage to discard 3 cards. If vengeance is not active, go to half. Oh my god, she comes. Oh. If I run myself empty-handed, I get the cool, huh. That was a bad idea. Okay, Necrofauna. Deal 6 damage when exhausted. Randomly activate one of the next effects. Hold on, let's tree. Drain. The Necrofauna gives me a tree again.
おいで。
Nope. Oh no. Somebody send help.
おいで。
悪魔こうぬり人をつなり
Okay, so this is one of my payoffs for playing with fire. Interesting. We have a turtle that we got from a different class, I think, that is an orb.
憎しみ合おう。世は死なとなる例の楽園。おいで。
Okay. Then we heal 8. Here we get a tree. Here we go. Uh-huh.
おいで。
Oh god. Oh no. Help?
おいで。
Turtle. Again, this is a vengeance payoff. Let's try building around that.
世は死なたまる例の楽園。おいで。
Here we go. Crab must defeat crab. God, this is just an attack. What the fuck is happening? I guess I evoked all crabs. I can't believe the attack is crab. Archdamon. Wait, this card's nuts. Two cost. Y'all are just gonna attack, like, for 20 damage, like this is an Act 2 enemy. And I guess. Nice try. Anyway, I have a drain attack in my deck. That's really funny. Dark 11, Turia, whenever you draw. Countdown 6, take next turn after this, and play power. Cool. It ain't, huh? Yeah, because the Turia Great Tree is a power. So I have my next turn coming up, right? Like, I get a freebie here. Yeah, okay.
おいで。おいで。
Oh god. Crab, 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 crab. I think that wins the fight. Yeah. Okay, so like this just draws some extra cards. This lets you go into wild territory, right? Yeah, that goes wild. We don't have the hand anymore. Who are we fighting? I can take regret this time. Yeah. All right. Oh, I'm on my extra turn. I'd sort of forgotten about the extra turn there. The fuck? Anyway, something happened. Crabs are occurring. Yup. We're just surrounded by crap. There we go. Fairly clean that time around. In the following effect, you deal damage to yourself, gaining 1 strength starting next turn. Your attack to have any remaining block, gain 4 block, Union Burst. Huge effect. You and all enemies lose 2 HP. Add 1 force bat to hand. If vengeance is activated, choose and either Kind Queen Vanya or Blood Queen Vanya. Blood Queen is 18, 3. And get another bat, and then 9 unheal, unblocked. Okay. I don't think I care about you. Let's assume we're ever getting below to vengeance. This is kind of bad. We don't have tree yet. So the crab doesn't duplicate unless you have tree.
世は死のたまる例の楽園おいで
Okay. Oh, I finally got my turn.
憎しみ合おう
Alright, we made it out of that fight way higher health than I thought we were going to. Grab the tree. So we have it. Sure. save the rest. We have another shop over here. Strawberry. Alright. Okay.
Ah.
The world? Yes. Yes. Obtain the book. Yes! Your attacks that cost 2 or more are doubled. Your attacks that cost 2 or more are doubled. That's a skill. This one's a skill. That's a skill. I guess Dark General. So does this cost 0? Well, this one's a power. Oh, this one's a power when I play it this way. Okay. Trying to defend, but maybe I want to be under this health. We don't have tree yet, do we? Anyway. Oh God. Turtles are occurring. Sorry, yeah. Crabs, not turtles. Those are different. I don't want to lose health anymore. Helix. Mudada. Alright, we have 77 bucks. We're not really getting anything here. Yes, please. A little late for egg, but not too late. My buffer, no! My buffer! Sure. Oh, that's permanent. Interesting. That didn't do anything. Oh, I don't have any attacks left in my deck, do I? Alright, I need to kill you. I think it's too late to kill you. Whatever. Yep, my 10 gold. I think 4 energy means not having to say I'm sorry for picking 2 cost attacks. Yeah, now we need some one-cost attacks other than strike, because everything is block. Because all your skills are... The game is very strange at times. No, having the power that's like when we lose health, gain 5 block is really nice with wings. deck's a lot more interesting than the last one. I like the combinations it has. We gave up our bubby hand for like Necronomicon nonsense.
我が胸に燃ゆる怒りを力に変えて世は死のたまる例の楽おいで
Oh god, the turn's not over. Someone please stop.
Oide. Oide.
Again, 14 block. All right, book. This buffer is the worst. Alright, we don't have tree yet, so crab doesn't do the thing. We're gonna take a little bit of damage here, I think. That's okay. There's a time lock. Lose 4, please. Alright. Oh, we had drain this turn, not drain on card. Oh, that's even better. Did we just win right here? Yeah. Thank you. If you have the tree, do the thing. We really need, you know, mummy hand for this to be super real. 5 thorns also isn't like nothing with how we keep playing. Let's look at apotheosis. That tree. We need more tree active. Like, we only have like 3 ways to get tree. We need a couple more. Here we go. So tree is active. Double my worst attack. Anyway, crabs are real. Love crabs. So yeah, so now with the Apotheosis active, we draw one more, then we discard 2 for 10 damage at the start of a turn. So like, that's pretty good. I'll take Otherworldly Executioner. Oh, I need to be using these more. Force bet steal plus. That's very funny. There's tree. Block. Oh, alright, I don't lose my buffer, thanks. Oh, I'm on my extra turn already. There's crab.
Oide.
Will you more necrofauna by doing this? Sure. Good luck. Oh, here's a... Okay, there's an attack that's an attack. Thank you. I don't have tree in my opener hand, so I don't want that opening yet. Because this would basically be like Apotheosis in my opening, but I need... It doesn't work, you know what I mean? We'll get there. Damn. Cool. That's a pretty decent turn 1. 30 your damn health. Okay. Yeah, the poison also, like, you know, if we get our card back in time, we might be able to up that poison. Alright, I finally have tree. And we're on our time walk. Okay. Tree will love to draw a lot of cards. Alright, here's where crabs are starting to go wild. You are mine. And then, well, some of that'll work. Oh, I should have played that to get my... I didn't have blood up yet. I had 7 cards, so in my mind I thought I had blood up, but I actually didn't. Anyway. Things are happening. There's another tree, thank you. I'll take no damage from this 28 hit. I just have lethal and strikes in here. That went well. Sure. Oh, okay, we got the Duke. What about Omnifaced Archdemon? If I'm in Wrath, this goes off 6 times. Alright, there's the Mist Lethal for my 5th power. I want Calling Bell. I already have a 4th power. Sure. Those are all fairly real. I don't recognize that. Nope. Okay, so we go here. We get tree. Oh, timing on that's wrong. Okay. This thing's gonna explode next turn if I don't kill it. Well, who cares? I could not give a shit. Sure, I'll take Bloodcraft. Oh, right, we don't have tree yet, so the crabs are just okay, not the best. Something I have to always remember. Put up sunblock. Now we have tree. And we time walking. Because I definitely need to time walk my 70, 80, and 90 block. Million block. Uh-huh. There we go. Nice. Oh, there's a bat maker. Now we want more lunatic ether because we want more tree. Alright. Here we go. Crabs, crabs, crabs. Oh my god, the tree crabs are just going wild. Oh yeah, okay. Normal. Normal. Oh yeah, we fighting. And you always have to remember, I can always choose a retain block on the final boss. That's one of the options.
Turning down this fight is something I don't think I've ever seen anyone do at any point.
Yeah. It's a free rare relic, too. Like, it's big.
Yeah.
So, this is a way more interesting class that has a ton of healing.
Oh, neat.
So,
but
like,
also a lot of losing HP,
yeah,
it looks like, as
but
well.
yeah, so like in my hand, lose HP, lose HP, lose HP, and then like healing. And so like we have a lot of cards that flicker down, up and down. Like this one here, by the way, gain drain. Your next attack gains lifesteal.
Neat. All right.
Actually, sorry. No, sorry, drain is turn wide. You know.
I see.
So, yeah. Sadly, we also have fossilized helix, which is very bad with, you know,
The character who destroys their own body for fun and profit.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'll just burn the buffer. It won't
You have
matter.
56 block, yeah.
Yeah, every turn is basically that. So one of the weird things about this with Shadowverse, you know, we have Necronama con here. Most attacks are actually block cards because of how.
Yeah, because they're that weird thing of attacks or creatures
Yeah.
thing, right? And so... And skills are spells, and therefore those do direct damage. Surely it's ridiculously bizarre quirk and all of it.
Yeah. So, like, I have a skill that gets doubled. That is gain 13 block, play a 1 cost or less attack from your deck. Oh, sorry, I have my best card. Summon a Cannon Hermit Crab.
Nice. That's the sound of crab.
The way crab works, it deals 6 and we heal. We get 6 block. And then it goes down to a 6/5. But because we have the tree active, a new crab appears over here at half power.
Neat.
And this one also makes a new crab. And then next turn they try to make 4 crabs and they all evoke. And then they try to make 1,000,000 crabs and they all... So...
Big old crab stack.
Yeah, we get the crab stack going and then... Oh! That's neat. The behemoth's buffer is to all.
Per hit? Okay.
Alright, anyway, let's get our time walk off. Our deck has a time walk in it, by the way.
Yeah. Only one, though.
It has an 8. It starts in our opener.
I see.
So here's where the crabs
Sorry.
just start having things happen.
Like, I of course appreciate a time walk
Yes.
being in any deck. It's just that when you say we have a time walk in our deck and it's as opposed
I know.
to 4, it's a little bit less interesting.
No. Might as well take some.
Kind of shit you only get in Vintage Supreme.
Come on, I'm really looking for the hand. Okay.
Well,
Also wait.
you do have another shop. Unless you don't... you're going to have to grab both of the last keys, I guess. But you've got the time to do that. It's just...
Yeah, I have to grab the key out of this. Might be worth waiting for the last shop. We have 2 curses in our deck, but like I can't remove them.
Here's the Bell and Necronomicus. Yeah, the 2 ones that you literally can't do anything about.
Yeah, the
Not only can you not do anything about them, if you have Blue Candle and play them, they just get put back into your hand.
Which can be funny.
Yeah. Yeah, I would probably just wait. I'm not impressed by anything in here.
Yeah, hold on.
Well, I guess maybe Odin is good. I don't know.
Because like the way I'm reading here, we've got 24 damage, gain 1 intangible that doubles, and then we get 2 copies of Sleipnir.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Sleipnir seems pretty good.
Just and
I mean, you could still hold off on buying anything else until the next shop anyway.
yeah. All right, let's I'm gonna get this done now. I don't want to forget. I don't want to mess that up. Hey, buddy.
A larger than usual head.
Cool. So this is our kick in the class, and it's kind of so it has keywords on it. Avarice
Right.
is having drawn 6 cards in a turn, which is just +1 on whatever you drew. Draw and gain 1. Vengeance is under half health, and Wrath is you've self-damaged 7 times in the combat.
Huh. Okay.
That one basically
so-
never comes up, but Vengeance under half health does. Also because we...
So this is it. I'm assuming Chip does.
Yes.
So does work with it. Okay.
Yep, Chip works with it, also Bag of Prep works with it. So,
All right.
first things first, we're gonna put down the Ruin Web. So Ruin Web Spider is a 5 cost that just is Time Walk.
Yeah. Okay.
But you can play it for 0 with Suspend. But every time you play a power, take 1 off the Suspend as well.
Understandable.
Odin.
黄昏をうがす行くぞスレイプにいる
That did not double. So that's unfortunate. That's merely one of 2 horses that should be in your hand.
Yeah.
But it did consume the charge of it, which is
That's the weird
worst
part.
Yeah.
Oh my god, because it created Sleipnir, and the way maneuver works, maneuvers are... I can't even... Okay, so maneuver over there is you can't play this card Instead, the next time you would play a card, negate that card. This card's cost goes to 0. Sorry, when you play a card of X cost or higher, 1, negate that card, then make this card cost 0 and playable.
So that means that
Odin, the second Odin gets eaten and turns on Sleipnir as a 0.
oh,
Isn't the war...
it already does that though, according to the text of the card.
Right, well, it would do it to the next attack.
Uh-huh. Ugh.
Yeah. Anyway, I
It
get to
sucks.
I get to play my Ether. Ooh. Cradle of Dark Divinity,
And that
please.
sounds like
That it upgrades all cards in my this combat, and also gives me draw +1.
also I think that means that the time walk has occurred.
Yep. So the net tap and the time walk occurs. So I have Wings of Lust here isn't a power, but it's +2 strength, +2 dex, and you permanently just lose 1 HP at the end of turn. Which is fine, because we have a lot of things that trigger off of that. Like our buffer. Anyway, I discard 2 cards to deal 10 damage. I'll do that.
It's seeing a skill that basically just is a power that is type line, not a power in this game. Feels a lot like having a sorcery with an activated ability in Magic.
Right, I mean, so if you ask developers what the most, like, the worst card to implement was on MTGO,
It's Channel, right?
Lightning Storm.
Oh, wait, hold up. Is that the one that you can activate while it's on the stack?
Yes, it is.
Ah.
That one is, like, hated. Just absolutely hated by
Right.
the devs, because it's just, like, the worst thing. It has,
Lightning Storm deals X damage to any target, where X is 3 plus the number of charge counters on Lightning Storm. Charge counters on an instant.
yep.
Discard a land card. Put 2 charge counters on Lightning Storm. You may choose a new target for it. Any player may activate this ability, but only if Lightning Storm is on the stack.
Oh, so, this is one of our cool, like, effects here. Just whenever we lose HP from a card effect.
Ah, I see. Gotcha. Yeah.
So, like...
Would you actually not, if you had like the entire plan online, is this a class where you would not mind having pain in your deck?
Yeah, because it would give me block and turn things on.
It would be like 40 block every turn.
Anyway.
That would actually save you damage in the long run.
Crabs are online. Then, like, also one of the things about this card doesn't exhaust, huh?
Odin was clearly still a good card. It's just annoying that it did not double it because of how maneuver works.
Also, this is a pretty cool one.
Diabolic Drain.
If you're under half health, it costs 0. And I think turtles will kill here. Sorry, I say turtles, crabs. I keep picturing a Blastoise is why. Oh, a bullet.
Relic with unknown use.
I keep getting this.
Is this part of the?
Yeah.
Is this part of killing the past?
I've gotten this like 4 times. I don't shrug.
Festive is a trait.
Yes, festive is a trait. Festive seems to be a trait on self-discard, or things that want you to have a low hand size.
Okay, so it's basically just a marker, like say an ability word is.
There's somewhere on this card there'll be a discard effect, is what we've seen with Festive.
That's Hellbent right there.
Yeah, like
not literally, but it is.
There was one we had in our last deck. We died to 3 birds on round 1 of this. But in our last deck, we had a card that we had a card generated off like a potion that was like discard 3 cards at random, deal 15 damage, and I think like heal 3 HP. If your hand is empty, recur this card, gain 9 block, heal 2, and deal some damage or something like that. Like it just kept recurring.
Nice.
We have whatever's going on up here.
A Shelendrig?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I remember that one.
So
I believe that's the lady who summons up the mooks, and that's the power hater, I think.
Oh, if that's the power hater, we're in a bad way.
Mm-hmm.
No, no, constricted tab. What will I ever do?
You think you can block it?
Oh, I don't have the tree yet. Wow. I have like 5 sources of the tree in my deck. Oh no.
You've taken 1 damage.
We also have a Burning Blood as our, you know.
Yeah.
Shrug. Let me put down 1,000,000 block. Okay. Alright, I have Stone Calendar. There it finally is. This is an attack. Deal 16, gain 12 block, lose 1 HP, and heal 3 HP. If Wrath is active, upgrade all cards in your hand. If 2 or more energy are left after playing this card, deal double damage to all enemies instead of 1.
So that wants you to have 4 energy.
Which, you know, we have our...
The Philosopher's Stone. See, that really wants you to play that as the very first thing in a turn.
Alright, so we can't grab whatever's in here. Okay, thank goodness.
It's just Smiling Mask. Okay. I mean, Smiling Mask is good, but this late in the game, it's not like that impressive.
Yeah. Oh, right, one of these. Alright, what does this one do?
Electo. According to this Hades, this is the one that gets really mad and has a Berserker mode.
Yeah. Spider. This is free. This is also free. Particle Mace recharging. Oh. Okay.
I cannot read the intentions of everything on this field.
Luckily, we have the thing over our head that tells us the outcome, just 10x.
Yeah.
So the thing is, this gives +3 strength to all combatants.
Gotcha.
So...
世は死のたまる例の楽おいで象のよどみに沈んじまいな
You got anything in here that can gain a Bethan block?
No. Probably want to
We
wait
could
anyway.
have used both sets of potions, but not worth doing. $10 damage is damage. It's fine. You have self-healing in this on this character anyway, so.
Here's the big problem that comes with this fight.
Oh, okay. That's the thing that this one does. There you go. Just kill them all.
Duh! Oh shit! Anyway, Gremlin Horn.
Now, go off. Truly a time to get busy, child. Launch fighters. Launch fighters.
Yeah, let's just deal damage. Also, I'm on a time lock, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Anyway, that card was unreasonable.
Yeah, that seems like it's pretty good when it gets doubled. Especially because it's actually getting quadrupled. Oh, that says Omni-Faced Archdemon. Sorry, I thought it said Emulsified Archdemon. You know, a stable emulsion of Archdemon and water.
Of course.
おいで
Alright, do we kill here with crabs? Yeah. Yeah, alright.
Ice cream.
Everybody loves ice cream.
Ice cream's a solid move. Ah, that just automatically applies all three of them, even when they're not actually there.
Right. I don't think that's worth the card. If we had, you know, mummy hand or something like that, I'd be a lot more.
It does mean, I think it would mean at the end of every fight you'd gain 7 instead of 4.
As long as it's active, yes.
Yeah.
'Cause it loses, it's down on. No.
Alright, yeah, countdown. It has Vanishing 3. Or, yeah, it's
Yeah.
Vanishing 3. Vanishing is the one that leaves on last counter.
Why not? I'm gonna. Yeah, because we have the energy relic from when we go into Vengeance, so it actually costs 1. Oh. Thanks. Oh, actually, this card's fine to have in our hand right now. So, Ruin Web, Ether, play it, Cradle of Dark Divinity, upgrade our entire deck. Bad is free. Wings of Lust. +2/+2 is pretty good as far as stats go. We don't have anything that's like overwhelmingly gaining damage over time, but
Yeah. You got an easy play though.
全てが潰して入れ根こそぎいただく
Kind of bad. I don't remember if the tree has an upgrade.
世は死のたまる例の楽園おいで恋愛運命すなわち幻
獣が俺だ
So the Necrofauna, like, when they're in our hand, they're ethereal. And then, they have 3 different effects that'll happen on there.
黄昏をうがす行くぞスレイプにいる
It does claim that Sleipnir costs 0 until it's played.
That's pretty cool. Odin's still really goddamn strong anyway.
Yeah, just by itself. It doesn't need the extra help of Necronomicon. It's just disappointing that it doesn't work with Necronomicon is all.
Yeah. Yeah, so we played a card of 1 or higher, so Sleipnir turns on. Oh, right. Today's crab turn. There's that weird noise that happens when crabs occur, and I don't really understand it, but that's okay. Bat in a bottle, sure. Okay, this one. Okay, we don't, again, no tree, so no duplicating crabs. There's tree. You want a knot, please? Thank you. There we go. 16 damage in and out. Now we get our time walk, and that's going to be the end of the fight.
黄昏をうがす行くぞスレイプにいる
Yep. Crab Rave occurs. That's not bad. We can afford that. All right. One last big fight. Oh. You. So yeah, this one is, I think, 8 damage every turn, plus 8. Oh, I think it's 9 because we're on. Oh, that's actually nice. That burned the buffer. Hmm. 36, huh? I think the crabs heal us. Yeah, this is like... Oh! Drain works there, huh? Because we're in Wrath, we can...
Never mind, you just won there.
Yeah.
I thought you were about to say, I forgot about Necronomicon. I was about to say, you will likely win purely off of crabs alone at that point.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want another, time walk?
Oh my god, this one has an 8 too. That's tough. I'll have to like offset them, I think.
If you had 4, all you would have to do is pay exactly 1 power. And you'd have one of them go off.
Kind of thinking I might want another tree generator, but another time walk is another time walk.
Especially since the only commitment that it has is a card. Right?
Yes.
Like,
On our opening turn, yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and see what we have to upgrades. Another innate. Another innate. More block, yeah. Okay, upgrades to the Blood Queen.
for what it's worth, since you do have the gambling ship, having many innate cards actually isn't a problem.
Oh, also, I guess, and you know, the backpack. Hell, if
Yeah.
so, we can test in this one if we can double time walk correctly, and if we don't, I can just discard the first time walk and like redraw it later.
Yeah.
You know, that's not a problem.
Double time walk worked most of the time on that other class.
Yeah, it depends on like how it's implemented.
Mm-hmm.
Upgrading a 2-cost attack seems like yes, like
The thing is that you have a way in your deck already to just upgrade everything, right?
Right,
So this
so-
is mostly if you draw them before you get that.
all right. So here's our.
Oh no, this isn't the person I thought. Sorry, I guess most of them just. Oh,
Oh,
Doom Train. Doom Train is here. I see.
all right.
Glaciolabalus, my liege.
Oh my.
Uh oh, you have 5 power.
Yeah, but this is also an attack.
Oh, that's a baseball. Why is that an attack?
I'm gonna keep these cards in hand.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, so
Okay, it's counting up in effect. That definitely works.
each card played will increase this curse's damage by 1, deal 5 damage to you. God, what the fuck is happening?
A Shilindrig, yeah.
I mean, I don't know how to use the bullet if it is the bullet fight. Okay. So play your turn.
Invincible, gross. Also, 120 when it's got 245 total HP. Blech.
So we should have another turn here. This should be our turn 3. No, it doesn't work.
Oh, damn.
That's very bad.
It is.
Okay. However, another time walk just went off.
Alright, so that means that you in fact do not want that to go off with Necronomicon.
Yeah. We're just gonna...
And you also want to shuffle the other one into your deck, like the initial thought.
I enjoy having... Okay. We'll full heal from that. So what's the train doing? Weak Vuln. Sure. 48!
Alright, so it does train damage. That's good to know. Oh, interesting. That second hit didn't get doubled. Despite you having more than 2 energy left.
Yeah.
Wonder why. Doesn't make any sense.
I'm gonna use the energy potion here. So Sleipnir gets moved. I'm just going for the boss, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, right, this is Turtle. We have a blur.
Yes. You don't have to block at all next turn.
Yeah, this enemy started with 99 weak. I don't know why. Maybe that's the bullet. I don't know.
It's also possible that it starts with 99 weak, but then clears all weak when you take out the train.
Yeah. Oh, that was a bad play. I could have had double damage there.
Where did the -4 strike come from?
I think that's the steam burst coming off the... Like, something off of the train. It's a lot of negative strength, though. Oh shit, this is gonna be really good. Give me Blood Queen. Also give me Blood Queen.
Ooh, that's a lot of poison that's adding up out of nowhere. Dark air jammers. It's wind jammers, but you have to gamble on it. If you lose, then you have to, like... You can only play it at the casino where they kill you if you die.
Yeah, that's definitely only available there.
Mm.
Go. After a time, okay.
Oh, so this is what the bullet's for.
What?
I mean, do you want to do the clear, correct option of, I'm gonna shoot the mystery?
Is this zero time dilemma? Is that what's happening here? Yeah, we're definitely gonna shoot Delta or whatever. Let's do it. Shoot fleechers?
Pleasance.
What? Fleas?
Fleekers.
Fleekers?
世界を作り直してやろう
Oh!
Okay, well, you have different boss fights now.
What the fuck is happening?
Things are different now.
You have no verdict rendered.
Also, you're taking 55 damage here.
Hold on, we got a new card in our deck.
You've got a card that's impossible to read.
Okay, choose one. Put one of the following cards in your hand that doesn't belong to your leader's class. Mazer, blah, blah, blah. If you've played at least 2 verdict rendered, put them all in your hand, upgrade them, and deal double damage. We also just drew Sleipnir.
Mazer is the guy who gives you a horse.
What happened? This boss is the final antagonist of the arc of Shadowverse. Okay, who is Seth or something? Right?
Fucking the mixture between Seth and Pepsi Man.
Right, and Pepsi. Yeah, like this is Gil. No, wait. All right, how many Illuminati arts does this person know?
Okay, it seems like
because like Gil knew because Revival was like one of the 66 Illuminati arts. I think.
Yeah, as well as the cryokinesis and pyrokinesis was another one. I think.
That's another 2 probably. I don't know if that was
probably
1 or
2.
Yeah. So then we also have the tandem engine that's just an eyeball.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who I'm supposed to kill here. All right, hold on.
I would assume it's the guy who has 400 HP and is not marked as a minion.
Yeah, but also
Oh, damage dealt to the M will be applied to you at the end of your turn, huh?
How do I
At the end of his turn.
how do I kill you?
Heal from this amount. Deals. You probably should kill the minion first.
Okay.
Unless the minion is helpful. I don't know.
I'm gonna do this to weaken the incoming. We're in a verdict rendered.
Oh, wait, no, he doesn't give you a horse anymore. That's the horse guy, though.
If you have 3 attacks, which we do. Okay, so that gets us some stats. Crab is random damage, but it's also a block.
Yeah, it will work out as a wash, basically. And the crab deals damage to the other one as well, so no big.
You need to die. You need to absolutely die.
Okay, yeah, you're right. But thankfully, you've actually played most of your powers already.
Absolute decree. Deal 12 damage, gain 1, and put an evolution point if you've played at least 18 non-strike attacks this combat. Gain 4 strength
Probably
attacks.
haven't, but you're getting close to that.
I'll grab it and see if it listed. 31. X equals 31.
Oh. Okay, never mind. You want to gain 4 strength and dex? Oh, the guy over there on the left is doing stupid damage for
Yep.
assholes. Okay.
Yeah, but he also has the chains.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Alright, you gain strength on power plays. I should keep that in mind.
It was only like 1 or 2, that's okay. You just yeah. I think for the long and short of it is that you have to kill this guy in the front to see if that does anything, because, yeah, otherwise, mathematically, you'd have to do 400 damage in 1 turn to kill the one on the right.
Yeah, I figure the free cards we're getting every turn are gonna be the real shit. Okay, he's dead.
He's not gone away. So he has a second one.
Anyway, we are blocking the 80 damage coming in.
Shifting.
What the fuck is the win con on this?
Yeah, because he just survived, flat out. He's the same fucking guy.
Yeah. Verdict rendered. Do I need to kill you in 1 turn?
Oh, wait, hold on a second. I just noticed something. The bullet has a counter now, and it's been going up.
Okay. That's where we're getting our free card from.
Okay.
Dead. Okay. That's all I needed. So he's dead again. Ice cream. Absolute decree.
Pepsi Gill. What is it that you have 76 stacks of right now?
Shadows. It's a mechanic for a different class.
I see.
In a rage. Whenever you play a skill. Oh boy.
Oh.
I think we are supposed to kill you in 1 hit.
Man.
We now got both of these. Yeah, I think we're supposed to kill in 1 hit. I think that's the gameplay here.
Maybe maybe wait one more turn, purely because you do have. What happens when the bullet reaches 6, if it does, or anything?
It just keeps going.
おいで
You have to do 400 damage in one turn, and this is supposed to be doable by all classes. Oh, okay. That's
this
having
is-
all 3 of them now. That makes it significantly more doable. Okay.
狐甘く見るなよ
Oh man, Flexterity Liker! That dude attacks through dexterity.
ここであったは何の定めか
Cards are in my hand.
$230 damage is pretty. Yeah, okay.
何を得て何を失い
Okay.
So it survived 5 turns.
It survived long enough to get the gun going.
Yeah.
That's kind of interesting. Like you just you're playing a different style of game until you get like the full gun. And also
The full gun.
You also can't enter this fight without the bullet. Right? Like, because that was like we shot the dude for. Anyway.
Yeah, you have to opt into it.
Yeah, which that was interesting. I liked seeing a fight with the minion was weird. I guess the minion was there to give me something to hit. Time to place your
I
bets.
I have no idea what your score is going to be for so many different reasons.
Yeah, like how many bosses did I just kill?
I'm gonna give this a nice solid 999.
There you go. Just. I don't know either. I know we weren't having a lot of perfects.
You're also you're over 35 cards in library, so that's
Yeah.
a pretty big bonus.
That-
You don't have the relics for the big relic bonus, though.
I think we had enough money because of Maw Bank, and gold coin, but yeah, the meaning there put pressure on you because it kept giving scaling strength if we didn't kill him fast enough. But yeah, no. All right, I see bets are in. My decks end up really high when I'm doing like looking at a new class,
modded stuff.
just because
you're,
I kind of want to pick up cards that do things.
Mhm.
Because I'm more interested in the cards themselves. All right, you ready? Your blade. 920.
920. No per Q
No per
with
Q.
910. I
No
think
per
it's
Q.
pretty easy.
That
yeah.
one's pretty straightforward. No Q, you got this one. Congratulations. All right, we got 297 for a shop. We got one fight afterwards, and then we've got our big fight where, like, that's called the running streak. That's good. Element, thank you for gifting out a sub to Hungriest Clone. All right, so again, we already have a lot of things that like this card upgrades our entire deck anyway, but we have to have the tree to be able to play it. Is the problem it has. So I've been upgrading other cards to like try to help out, but at this point I'm just gonna go ahead and if it's in my opener, it's in my opener. If it's not, it's not. You know, we have the chip.
Truly amazed that one of the final bosses of Shadowverse is fucking Pepsi Gill. That's
Right?
a wild design.
Right, just Pepsi Gill. Hey, wait a minute.
You do that pretty decent often. Pretty
Yeah.
often, yeah.
There's also...
That's also a... Gain 2 strength. If it is your 5th turn or later, draw 5 cards. Does cost 5.
The 3.
I don't know how to read.
The big thing here is that this double ups, and it's a 3 cost, like... So we get 4 strength off this. This also doesn't exhaust. And it's
Yeah,
2 blur. I think I have to.
go for it.
No, this one's really good.
Yeah, go for it.
Heal 2 every turn.
It was worth noting that there is a phase of the boss fight where it will do no damage.
True. What about this block potion? I could buy the other wings, but... Alright.
治安は守り作るもの
Oh, actually, that is... I'm sorry.
Oh, does the bullet say that? Oh, the bullet's effect is now just always on.
Oh, shit, the bullet's active. We turned on the... So, our prize for the hard fight is the gun is active.
Yeah, okay, neat.
That's pretty cool. Alright, I'm gonna discard the second time walk.
Well, I don't know if no power damage will apply to the crabs, because the crabs do orb damage instead. Also, they're attacks.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
The thing that gives you the crabs in the first place is an attack, and then orb damage is probably not considered a power, I would assume.
Alright, so this gives us tree. Tree gives us... Tree doesn't give us spider, but then we go ahead and play upgrade everything. What does this do upgraded, I wonder?
Looks like nothing.
Yeah.
All enemies lose 1 strength and dexterity.
I probably want the block more.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have the Necro Fauna on my hand too. Those have a 1/3 chance to blow up in the block. This gives strength dex to us. So Necrofauna does its thing. Yep. Then we are Decree. Now we're so that the power that upgraded our hand also says discard 2 at the beginning of your turn to deal 10 damage. Non-optional.
I see.
So it does have a downside, but like at the same time it means that this is active because we drew 6 card. Absolute Decree.
Oh, you have a reason to spend your shadows now.
I'm somehow full blocking. That's neat. Love to just not care. And then we get Verdict rendered again. Boy howdy. Lose 1 HP, gain 1. Okay, let's get you down.
You are taking a timed walk.
Oh.
するぜ
Absolute Decree. Oh, now we get to discard 2, of course. How nice.
おいで
That's what we're talking about.
キュービの狐甘く見るなよ覚悟するがいい おいで
Okay, so we're gonna take a little bit of damage, but it's pretty easy to heal up damage in this deck. We heal 2 at the start of the turn. Oh,
You're gonna heal up.
and I can play that. Yeah, let's
加速したら止まれねえ
Wide steel.
happy to have wide steel for the final boss, you know? Alright. This piece of junk.
Okay. Here's gonna be the 5-year-long boss fight.
Okay, I did draw into one. Alright, first things first. What's our card?
Fundamentally, an attack means you get to play it twice in one go.
Okay, so this is our card.
Lose HP until your HP equals 1. Neat.
Then deal damage equal to double the HP you lost.
I like that, but I am pretty sure that would just get you ultra killed in this
You
one.
go to 1, I die.
Yeah. You'd have to hold that off until literally the last turn where you could play it.
My alternate is I can play it on turn 1 and then buffer blocks it. Alternately, I could just take Sword Commander.
Yeah, just take Sword Commander. It just works for everyone, I'm pretty sure.
It'll cost 0, it won't copy. There's no real reason not to take Sword Commander, let's be real. Alright, okay, we need to figure out...
You need to get below 5 power first, then play your Rune Red Spider, then you can start playing your other powers.
Yeah, so if I go...
Well, you probably want to play a non-power first, specifically because if you do, then you actually accelerate towards your time walk much faster.
Well, it depends on what I want on the turn. So, like, because right here I can go Bell, which gives me the tree, and the tree turns on upgrade your deck.
Okay.
But I can also go, like, Demonic Ram, Cannon, doubled. Or something like that, you know, like...
Yeah.
But I feel like getting the upgrade going is probably the best start.
Probably.
Okay. So now in order we go Time Walk, Tree, Upgrade. Oh, come on. Boo!
Upgraded legendary sword commanders, no different.
Okay. Bit annoying that we're seeing a couple of our powers in Odin this early, but like we have our engines going. Alright, we get our dumb. Ah! I can see your intent first, huh?
Being one buffer.
I definitely want this. Let's check Decree first.
Yeah, gain 4 strength would be kind of nice.
Yeah, we haven't played enough attacks for this. We don't. Might as well play this to get 1 dex then.
Sure. That does contribute to your overall stats better before, when the other one's not online yet.
And then wings, because now we have 1 left, I just get to do the wings for +2/+2. We're now losing 1 a turn, but we should be able to turn that into like good stuff soon.
Yeah.
Alright, so now they're on buffer plus like hell turn. And now they're exhausting cards out of our deck. Oh. Well.
Oh, you got hit with the 10 skill thing. Ugh. Well, okay. You can
I just
at least,
ditched these.
You could just ditch them, or you can try to get madness to land on them.
True. Probably not playing strike anyway on this turn. Weird this didn't get hit. Okay, weak frail. We're immune to weak, which actually helps a lot.
You've all gone mad fills your hand with madness pluses, yeah. Yeah, this can't whiff. You can play all of these now. Yeah. I guess to be able to grab your exhausted dexterity liker.
Yeah. But I don't want to play it into like the flame nonsense. Might as well just get it back then.
Or the attack liker is also well, whatever, it doesn't matter, really.
Probably should have done that earlier. I'm on my time lock.
20 metallicize.
This card wishes it was worthwhile here, but this opponent is
Literally
immune
just
to
immune
all
to
debuffs,
debuffs.
so... No, we're not there yet at all.
I wonder how many of Shadowverse's villains are long-haired, imperious-looking gills.
Right,
basically.
how many?
How many gills you got? I guess really, really slimmed out ones, but still.
Alright, so next turn is destroy all attacks in your deck. That's very bad. Because we're about to recycle the deck. The timing on this could not actually be worse. However, 400, can I kill you? Right? Like, can I just kill you? Cool. Alright, we dodged the worst possible outcome. Like, that could have been really bad because we were just about to shuffle, and losing everything in this would have just been disastrous.
Right.
Wait, do I get to do that every turn?
I guess so.
Anyway. Alright, here's Form 2, where you're immune to power damage. Not on turn 1, though. You play a card that gives you it. Yeah, there's Verdict rendered for Absolute Decree. Holy shit.
Strikes that do 34 damage. Got some ironclad strength going on right now.
Where's my damage coming from? Attacks deal double damage for 3 turns.
Ah, that would do it. I don't know where that came from, but I like it. I think you're gonna kick this guy's ass.
Yeah, I think this dude. I think the bullet just says you're gone.
If you do successfully defeat that boss, you just win the game at that point, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, so now you're gonna get... Yeah, the secrets of Shadowverse. Gone.
Having gone.
And also, Verdict and Absolute Decree. Those are pretty good cards, I guess.
They can be better. I'm not that impressed. Pretty sure like something has to do play or something.
Yeah, these could be stronger, you're probably right. What's the time walk gonna do?
I think you would basically have to skip your turn, so you would gain an additional 4 power, is what would happen.
Yeah.
And that's after losing 5.
Alright, then there's Reset 2. This is almost the same stats as when we were doing fairies, which was kind of unreasonable. We have double damage in this one.
I think the thing I do not like about the bullet, which is that it is the things that the bullet does are obviously better than anything that your deck is.
Yeah. Well, it is at least putting damage on all my other stuff here.
Yeah.
Like check this out, because like this is just like, okay, hold on, we're gonna apply Vuln, and then this is just gonna immediately break. So like the stuff we do isn't nothing. It's just this shit's way better.
It's free, and it's 6 cards.
Yep. And they all do like 1 million damage.
And have permanent upgrades attached to you as well. It's like that's neat for the boss fight, but I feel like bringing it into this, even though I don't like how this boss is designed, even still I don't like being able to trivialize it even more.
Yeah, this fight isn't real anymore.
Yeah.
Alright, go to the Calamity deck, which we still have never let have anything happen. Oh, sweet.
Draw 10.
Normal. And then also, gain 32
Dude,
block.
did you get bit by a bat and just take 1/8 of your HP? Damn, that's a strong bat.
Yeah, wow. Anyway, let's strike for 108.
Just like this, isn't it?
Wait.
Now we're talking. Yes.
Summon crab. It's still just a 6/6.
Well, I mean, you need focus for that.
Yeah, we don't have any focus. Alright. Anyway, here's our secondary score. Yeah, I don't know. I really like the bullet for the boss. In here, it's just like our deck could literally have been nothing and we weren't losing that with the bullet.
It's basically like saying, okay, now the having the bullet on that previous fight is actually the final boss now, which I'm not super into.
Yeah. On the other hand, sometimes this fight is such a jerk and I don't give a shit. But
Yeah.
yeah, anyway, crab. Alright, we get our art. And we beat the Spire. We're down to 1 left. All that's left is Swordcraft. We've yet to defeat the Spire with a sword.
I don't know anything about those.
Oh. Damn.
I think I would, but I don't.
Nothing? Like,
Nothing.
Can't tell me any? No?
Not even one.
Okay. Yeah, money. Boss is slain 5. Weird. I mean, I guess that's probably from the final boss. But I enjoyed this class a lot more than Havencraft, even though, like, both of them have, like, a little healing gimmick. The healing gimmick in this one is a lot more forward fate. Like, there's still fights I had where the correct game plan was spend 20 turns going to full. I hate that. But, like, for the most part, a lot of the healing effects are very, like, front foot forward. You know, like, healing on drain means you have to be dealing damage. Dealing damage means the fight's going to end.
Yeah.
And, like, having a lot of things that pay off your, like, there's a ton of life loss as well, which also has different styles of payoffs. I like that. So yeah, this one was a lot more interesting than Havencraft, which is sort of like Havencraft was like playing a control priest. This is like more like a warlock with healing available, like who's able to like, use it for life tap and things, and then all of a sudden be like, and then I'm back up to 30.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Rather than somebody who just sits on 1,000,000 HP and can't be killed. So, but yeah, because we did our first run, one of the cards we had was extremely silly in that run in Blood. Where are you at? Volteo, Hedonistic Dealer. If there are no duplicates in your draw pile, this is on play of the card. Gain 25 gold, gain 8 plated armor, and randomly play 2 attacks from your draw pile. So, like, after 3 turns, you have 24 plated armor. And, like, you can't lose. It's very silly. Oh.
To have a curse.
Having a curse.
That's someone who's definitely having a curse right there.
Yup.
Aluzar.
Aluzar.
That's, he took his name from his father, Drazula, but made it backwards because he loathed everything he stood for. Bloodsucker of the Night. I wonder who that one could be.
Digging in the ditches of my Drazula.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. The final vampire, sure. Yeah, the last one left is just swords. We know a couple cards from swords are having played it, but...
Good old Patrick, the Rhinoceros Knight.
This card was so good. I love Patrick. He was so good out of faction because he did. I don't know what followers do, and we only had one, so this was one cost, gain 20.
Going to be honest, when I saw Patrick Rhinoceros Knight, I thought it was going to be a dude on a rhinoceros, as you know, as his mount.
No, actually.
Yeah, fair enough.
Very armored rhino.
Adrian Celsius Slepesh. Aludrat is his name, basically.
Yeah. Anyway, that is going to be it for Slaying the Spire. Next week will be the last Shadowverse. I'll finally be out of Shadowverse. And be free to go back to... Oh god, there's still a bunch of them. Somebody had mentioned there's a set of Act mods I should check out.
I've not heard of this.
They're I didn't realize they were made by the same person, but it's the person who made an Act 1 and Act 2 and an Act 3 revamp. And I've seen them all individually, but I didn't put together that they were like made to be a set.
Gotcha.
So that's on my list. I've also got, another dozen characters. I'm sure somebody's invented a new Reimu.
Not yet.
I mean, honestly, from what I've seen, all the character classes, people love inventing everybody but. Like, we had our one Reimu who had like 8 different orbs, right?
Yes.
8 different elements.
There's many different kinds of orb going on there.
Yeah. So, anyway. Yeah. That's going to be it. So, thank you all for joining. Thanks, Doc, for jumping on in. I appreciate it.
I had actually just woken up from a nap and saw this was going on. I was like, hell yeah, that sounds like a good time.
Well, I saw, the last 2 days you were streaming a good 28
I'm
hours.
still exhausted for that.
Like,
I'm still quite tired.
Yeah, that's one of those things that you gotta, yep.
I didn't make the dinner I planned on making today.
Well, Anyway, so thank you all for joining. Might be some odd streams throughout the weekend. We'll see. If you follow, you can always find out when those go on. But the next planned one is on Tuesday, and that's probably gonna be Vintage Cube. It has been fake Chandelar for the last couple weeks, and Lord knows fake Chandelar has been really enjoyable. Did you know fake Chandelar has Falling Star?
Falling Star? Oh, hold on a second.
If you want,
I'm gonna have to remind myself about what Falling Star is.
if you want a reason,
Ooh,
to
that's
go
one of those dexterity cards from Legends. Okay.
It's implemented in the like game.
Huh.
It rules. If you want a reason to check it out, that's one. This is a Chandelar like that has every card. You might
deals
think
3 damage. And so when you say every card, you mean every card?
it was upgraded. It was updated for New Capenna a couple weeks ago, and it'll be updated for Baldur's Gate in a week. Like,
and when you say every card again, you mean every card.
yeah, I've yet to. It has unreleased cards from the Warhammer EDH decks because they were spoiled. It has Blood for the Blood God.
You can play Horus in your in Forge, huh? Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, it has alchemy cards because it's why not? It's an online, you know. It can perform those actions. So yeah.
Oh, sorry, not Horus, Abaddon. Sorry,
yes.
I don't remember it. They're the same guy.
Alright. But anyway, probably still gonna be Vintage Cube, and then maybe we'll do that on Wednesday instead. But yeah, so thank y'all for joining in. Have a good night.